Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles just to keep you informed on what is going on in the crypto space. And what is going on? Bitcoin has dipped to 106, so we really need to hold this 100,000. I think it's like 101 is a support level with all the liquidity going on. I made a wrong call holding my Bitcoin because I got to pay some bills going on, but hey, I still believe Bitcoin's going to come. So hopefully this is just another leg up. We're seeing some movement happen again. So guys, are you buying or are you selling your Bitcoin? Because right now it's a buy the dip scenario. Why are you freaking out? Everyone's still on board with it. We still got rules changing, but are you so adamant and you believe that the 4-year cycle is still in play? Now that is the title of the show, because again, nobody knows what's happening. Some people are still all about respecting the cycle. Or we reached an all-time high of 126 and everything. But again, times are changed. So we got some people saying like, the cycle's over. We could be seeing increased movements now going forward. Some say, nope, this is it. Prepare for that $70,000 price level for Bitcoin, and then we'll go up again. So there's a lot of talk out there for what is going on. And yeah, we just got to take it day by day. But hey, hopefully you're not scared and selling off your Bitcoin right now, because we still got the big players buying in. Michael Saylor and his company Strategy bought another 397 Bitcoin for 45.6 million. So even after his October purchase, he's still buying more. So there's one gentleman and company doing it, as well as Justin Cardone Capital makes another $22 million Bitcoin purchase following its $52 million purchase in October. Grant's Boca Bitcoin Hybrid Fund has become the largest real estate Bitcoin hybrid ever. So again, big time players are still buying. So there's always a saying like, do what they're doing, not what they're saying out there. And what I'm seeing is the big guys are still buying. And last night, I guess we also had a great interview with President Donald Trump on 60 Minutes, where he said that I only care about one thing, and that is, will we be number one in crypto? China's getting into it very big. Now let's play this quick little minute and 20-second part of Trump's interview in 60 Minutes.
I only get up one thing. Will we be number one in crypto? Crypto has turned out, and in that sense, I've been right. Crypto has turned out to be a massive industry, if you want to call it that. And I'm very proud to say that we are far and away ahead of China and everybody else. Now, China's getting into it very big right now. If you want to go after people, you're going to kill that industry, and it'll be very bad. Tremendous number of jobs. I campaigned positively on crypto, very openly. I campaigned. Biden campaigned against it. When Biden found out that I was getting like 100% of the crypto vote, which was a lot, he switched totally, and he went in favor of crypto. They went totally in favor. They had many people under indictment. They let them all go. You know that. Many people were under indictment. Biden was a corrupt president. Biden went all in on crypto at the very end because he thought he could get some votes. It didn't work. They voted for me. I want to make crypto great for America. That's the only thing. I don't want to have somebody else have crypto and have China be number one in the world in crypto. Because in crypto, it's a kind of an industry where basically you're going to have number one and you're not going to have a number two. And right now we're number one by a long shot. I want to keep it that way. The same way we're number one with AI, we're number one with crypto. And I want to keep it that way.
So this right here, guys, it's like, again, it's like the world is involved now. Like, so with the 4-year cycle and everything, we'll see what takes place, how long it's going to take for actually to change that. Like the 4-year cycle with halving events, that's not changing, where we cut the supply of newly created Bitcoin every 4 years, or roughly 210,000 blocks on the Bitcoin blockchain. That still stays in place. So maybe in those 4-year cycles, we still see pumps because we're reducing the supply and everything. But these major crashes, I don't know anymore. So I don't think so. But again, it's not just, it doesn't matter that we got companies like Strategy, Cardone, and all the big players out there. It's like Trump just said, like, the world is in on it, and he only cares that the U.S. is being number one and not relying on somebody else. So China, no matter all those news articles you see about, like, oh, we're buying and mining, you can't do this, they are still collecting it. They are still doing it. So, guys, let's keep holding on to your Bitcoin. This is a long-term investment, not just an investment. This is your opportunity to change, like, be something that's bigger than what your life is right now. Because everyone always will get to that point in their end of their life. It's like, okay, what did I do to this earth? How did I improve it? What did I leave behind? Like everyone will come to those questions, or it will come to that at some point in their lifetime. And like being a part of this journey is changing the world. Like, so if you want to play a part in it, like you got to hold for the long term. Like you're never selling your Bitcoin. Like this is changing just how the world sees money and finances now, and just how we transact with it. No more middlemen needed. Like this is the big player. So guys, that's all I really got to say about that. For just holding on your Bitcoin, don't get scared. Buy this dip that we're seeing right now. Like, who knows? It could go lower, but just dollar cost average, because when it comes back up, which it will, you will have more that you got in at a lower price instead of trying to time the market. Because again, it's not about timing the market, it's about your time in it. Now let's go through these news articles. I only have a couple of them, so I had a little bit longer intro for you guys, but let's talk about the 4-year cycle. Is it not dead? Are we expected to see a 70% drop next turn? Well, let's find out in this article from Cointelegraph. So a lack of understanding about Bitcoin's economic properties will result in a market dump at the first sign of trouble, said Vinay Buki. Now, the price of Bitcoin is at $106,728 and will continue to experience cyclical booms and busts, resulting in a drawdown of up to 70% during the next market downturn, according to Vinay Buki, the CEO of venture firm Sigma Capital. 70% or going down to 70,000 or 80,000 does make sense if you're following like how cycles usually run, like how far that dips goes. It takes you down to the previous all-time high, which was $75,000 around there. Now, there will be a Bitcoin retracement of 65 to 70% in the next 2 years because traders do not understand the asset that they are holding, Buki told Cointelegraph at the Global Blockchain Congress of 2025 in Dubai. Now, the UAE, he said, Bitcoin will not lose its utility if it comes down to $70,000. The problem is that people don't know its utility, and when people buy assets that they do not understand, they sell them first, and that is where the selling pressure comes in. Now, here's another chart. Like, usually we see the Bitcoin rainbow chart out there. This was like another one, like showcasing like how the psychology of the market shows. And like, it's kind of like a spiral with the market happenings and events where we got thrill and euphoria. And it still follows that price line of where we're heading. And like, so where are we at right now? Is this it right here? The thrill, we got the thrill. Now we're in euphoria, but then we're going to be going into the compliance, denial, panic section of it. So again, we could be in a little bit of a downturn market right now, because I was listening to Ivan on Tech, and like, yeah, the Trump's all into it, but so is his sons. And Ivan on Tech was kind of like pointing out, it's like, yeah, it's bullish. We're there, but his timing is wrong. Like, sure, we're here. Bitcoin could get to 1 million, but no one ever pays attention to like what's going on in this middle part right here. This is that panic side that we're seeing in this little red chart momentum. So that's what we kind of experienced during those moments right there. But so, like, again, Bitcoin will go higher and higher, but we cannot forget about these moments of volatility where we do have price corrections. Now, despite this, Buki still forecasts that Bitcoin will reach $1 million or more per coin within the next 10 years, and stated that user adoption will grow from a combination of price speculation and, more importantly, real-world Bitcoin use cases. Now, analysts, industry executives, and investors continue to forecast when Bitcoin will reach a 7-figure price tag, and whether the market dynamics that have defined Bitcoin cycles since its inception in 2009 still remain valid in 2025. Now, has Bitcoin outgrown this 4-year cycle, though? Like I said, people are questioning it. It's like some people still think we are in it, some people don't. But the 4-year Bitcoin cycle is dead, according to Arthur Hayes, market analysis and co-founder of the BitMEX crypto exchange. Now, Bitcoin's price is influenced more by macroeconomic factors, such as interest rates and the growth of the money supply, and less by cyclical patterns, he says. Now, other analysts point to growing institutional adoption and presence of these financial institutions as stabilizing forces that reduces price volatility and calms the market down. So, again, like financial institutions, including governments, digital asset treasury companies, exchange-traded funds, and cryptocurrency exchanges, they collectively hold over 4 million Bitcoin, which is nearly 20% of the Bitcoin's total supply, according to BitcoinTreasuries.net. However, Seamus Roca, the CEO of crypto-friendly bank Xapo Bank, told Cointelegraph that the 4-year cycle still remains in play because investors currently view Bitcoin as a risk-on asset, despite its store of value properties. So it's a mixed opinions out there on like, what are we in? Will we have that 4-year cycle, which some people believe? Some people believe that they still see Bitcoin as a risk-on asset, hence why they're still going to sell. And then some believe that no, like it's not done because of like the institutional adoption, the government adoption going on. They're believing that will slow down the volatility of it. So again, I say we just got to watch this day by day. And I say keep holding dollar cost average in. Don't go all in. Don't try to time that market. Just dollar cost average your way in and have a little savings of Bitcoin that you just do not touch. You only add to it, and then that's how you can grow your wealth. So that is one point of view on the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. Like again, though, can we see a turnaround from right now? Is that 4-year cycle starting right now? Are we just going to see a continuous downturn? Or will we see some boom still going up? Or will we still see $150,000 Bitcoin coming up? Well, November could be the new October for U.S. crypto ETFs out there after the shutdown delays the SEC decisions, because during the shutdown last month, we had at least probably like 7-10 different ETFs up for approval to come on. And it was like Litecoin, XRP, Solana, and maybe 2 others out there. But hey, with the shutdown like slowly coming to an end, or hopefully it comes to an end. Are we over yet? I am not positive. But once it ends and these ETFs can get approved, that could be another flow of capital flowing into the crypto market. But let's go through this article from CoinDesk talking about it. So after October's delays caused by the US government shutdown, ETF issuers are finding new ways to bring spot crypto funds to the market. Now, October was supposed to be the month when long-awaited crypto exchange-traded funds finally hit the U.S. market's deadline for the Securities and Exchange Commission to approve or deny several spot crypto ETF applications, which were lined up through the month. But when the U.S. government shut down, the process froze and deadlines stopped mattering. Now, November could take October's place. Several issuers are using a procedural route that doesn't require an active SEC sign-off. It's the same approach that the following 4 crypto ETFs, 2 from Canary Capital, 1 from Bitwise, and the other from Grayscale, to already start trading earlier this week despite regulatory paralysis. So yeah, they rolled out some like type of ETF. Maybe it was like a trust. It was like the way they did it beforehand. So there's like 4 out there right now, but it's not an official ETF. But issuers are following updated S1 registration statements that include no delay in amendments language under the U.S. securities law. Now, those filings automatically become effective after 20 days unless the SEC steps in to issue a stay or request change for the 4 ETFs that listed this week. Now, the SEC didn't act, allowing them to go live by default. Now, the success has sparked a wave of new filings. On Thursday, Fidelity submitted S1 for its spot Solana ETF, and Canary Capital did the same for its XRP ETF. Now, if the SEC continues to follow its current track and doesn't block the process, the market could see its first XRP fund as soon as November 13th. Now, still, there are limits to how far this workaround can go. While the SEC has already reviewed filings tied to Solana, HBAR, and Litecoin ETFs, it hasn't engaged much with the XRP applications. Now, that's a gap that could prompt the agency to halt its automatic approval. Now, I think it's possible we see a bunch of these funds launch next month, and that could be true whether or not the government reopens. But there are funds with filings that simply have not yet received any feedback from the SEC on their S1 prospectuses. Now, or is this prospect uses? Now, I'm not sure that they can launch without the SEC getting back to work, said James Seifert, ETF analysis at Bloomberg Intelligence. So yes, a bunch will likely launch next month, but there are some that are simply unlikely to launch without government just reopening out there. So for investors, the shift marks a new phase in the year-long effort to bring crypto ETFs to the U.S. markets. Instead of waiting on the SEC's formal blessing, issuers are using procedural mechanics to move forward. So whether that momentum carries through November may depend less on market readiness and more on whether the government gets back to work. So that's true. So we'll see if November could be that turnaround that we need. But again, it all depends if the government gets back to work. Now, let's see. What other news articles do I have for you? I'm trying to think when I want to take a break because they don't have that many news for you today. But we do have some bullish news from Steak and Shake, that's for sure. They are starting their Bitcoin Reserve and a Happy Meal for hodlers or a nothing burger. So that's right. So the fast food chain is also donating 210 sats from every Bitcoin meal towards an open source Bitcoin development. So they are pushing, they are helping out the adoption of crypto, Bitcoin's adoption out there, and they're doing it 1 meal at a time, as well as starting a reserve within themselves. And I think also they partner with Fold. To every Bitcoin burger, you get like $5 back in Bitcoin. So let's go through this article and hear about all these changes that Steak and Shake made. So, America's fast food chain Steak and Shake has announced the formation of a new Bitcoin treasury built with Bitcoin made from its restaurant sales. Now, all payments received in Bitcoin will be placed in our strategic Bitcoin reserve, said Steak and Shake in a post on X on Friday, which garnered strong support for the Bitcoin community. Now, this is beautiful for what they're doing right there. Because again, like they're just taking that one section of people who are paying for their meals with Bitcoin, all that's going straight into their strategic reserve. They're fine with their normal sales to still cover their benefits and their employee salaries and all that stuff out there. So again, this is how we're going to see companies out there start acquiring their own Bitcoin reserves. They're going to start accepting Bitcoin payments, and they will strategically move all those payments into their reserve right then and there. So I feel like so many people are going to be following this method, and we're going to see it very fast. But the company added that for every Bitcoin meal it sells, 210 sats, around 23 cents, will be donated to the nonprofit Open Sats, which supports contributors to Bitcoin Core and open source Bitcoin development. Now, how much Bitcoin could Steak and Shake scoop up? Well, Steak and Shake has not disclosed how much of its restaurant sales are made in Bitcoin since it began accepting Bitcoin payments across its U.S. locations in May. Many other fast food chains that accept Bitcoin via third-party services also did not disclose this information. However, Steak and Shake revenues figures could provide some hints as how much the company could realistically accumulate in Bitcoin each quarter. So in the second quarter of 2025, Steak and Shake reported revenue of $69.3 million, which is a 12% increase year over year. At the time, the company praised Bitcoiners for helping it secure a 10.7 quarter-on-quarter rise in the same-store sales. Now, the momentum continued in the third quarter as the same-store sales grew by 15%. Now, both figures suggest that Bitcoiners comprise only a small but growing percentage of their customer base and sales, meaning Bitcoin accumulation will likely be slow compared to the Bitcoin-focused treasury companies or Bitcoin miners. Now, there are, of course, other benefits to accepting Bitcoin. In May, Steak and Shake said it saved roughly 50% in processing fees compared to when customers use credit cards. Now, you can also get paid when you buy a burger with Bitcoin. Now, meanwhile, Steak and Shake also announced a partnership with Fold that will give customers $5 in Bitcoin when they buy Steak and Shake, Bitcoin meal, or a Bitcoin steak burger, using this receipt to redeem in the Fold app. So Bitcoin goes mainstream when it starts showing up in everyday life, said Will Reeves, chairman, co-founder of CEO Fold. Now, here is that tweet from Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake is announcing the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. All payments received in Bitcoin will be placed in our strategic Bitcoin reserve, and we are donating 210 sats from every Bitcoin meal we sell to Open Sats Initiative, Inc. over the next 12 months. Now, make your Bitcoin steak burger a delicious bargain when you purchase and register with Fold app. You get $5 in free Bitcoin, and instructions are provided on your receipt. So thank you, Bitcoiners, for helping change the trajectory of Steak and Shake with a same-store sales increase of 15% in most recent quarters, higher than all of our competitors. So that's actually some bullish news. That's a nice little post from Steak and Shake, just letting us know, like, we have all these new bargains coming in. We are helping the Bitcoin economy by donating 210 sats to the Open Sats Initiative. And then plus, we're going to pay you some Bitcoin if you use the Fold app to earn Bitcoin with everyday purchases and you buy a Bitcoin steak burger. So what a deal. So this is definitely changing their trajectory, and they are thanking the Bitcoiners for doing it. Now, they also said that this has been our vision from the beginning, and our promotion with the Steak and Shake is the next step in that journey. For many people, this will be the first time they ever own Bitcoin, and it will come from something as ordinary as just grabbing a burger. Now, that's what real adoption looks like. The limited time offer will be available across approximately 400 locations across the United States. So, yeah, guys. So, yeah, if you want to help them out, support them, go spend some sats on some Bitcoin lunches. I remember I did that when they released the Bitcoin burger meal. I was like, yep, I want to spend some Bitcoin. And they use the Lightning Network, which makes even the transactions even more private and cheaper than just using it on chain. So, yeah, so that's some good Steak and Shake news, as well as some Fold partnerships. So if you do not have the Fold card, I think I have a link in my description box down there. But no, like, it's basically a prepaid debit card that you earn Bitcoin on all your purchases out there. Plus, you get a daily spin wheel. You can win 5 sats like a day, sometimes 20. I think even on there they have a win 1 free Bitcoin option, which I never won with that spin, but some people get lucky and do. But yeah, so Fold is a great way to earn some extra Bitcoin without actually spending more money into it. Another way you can earn extra Bitcoin for just spending is this one app or this Web3 browser extension called Lolli, which allows you to earn a little bit back in Bitcoin for online shopping. Now, this next article with them, it talks about how Lolli acquires Slice to expand its Bitcoin rewards across browsing and shopping. So yeah, so the app or the company Lolli made a nice little partnership going forward. So Bitcoin rewards platform Lolli has acquired the Slice browser extension, combining shopping and browser rewards into a single platform that makes it easier for users to earn Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin rewards platform Lolli, now a part of the Bitcoin-focused venture studio Thesis, has acquired Slice, a browser extension that allows users to earn Bitcoin through passive browsing. So the acquisition merges 2 complementary approaches to earning Bitcoin, shopping and passive browsing, into a single platform, simplifying the user experience and broadening opportunities to stack sats across everyday online activity. Now, founded in 2018, Lolli empowers users to earn free Bitcoin on purchases at over 50,000 top retailers and through 1,000 mobile plus games. The platform has helped more than 600,000 users accumulate Bitcoin through intuitive, everyday experiences, according to the company's release. Now, with the addition of Slice, Lolli now extends rewards to users, web browsers, streaming, and online scrolling habits, creating a unified ecosystem where earning Bitcoin is seamless. So Slice, a browser extension designed to reward users for their passive online activity, like I'm doing right now, reading the article. I'm just browsing the online. This brings Lightning Network support with withdrawals built into its platform. Now, quicker withdrawals via the Layer 2s now. So the integration accelerates Lolli's adoption of the Layer 2 network, allowing faster, cheaper, and smaller Bitcoin withdrawals, an improvement that directly addresses users' concern about withdrawal friction and high minimums. Now, the Lightning Network makes small withdrawals economically viable in a way Layer 1 transactions never could, said the Lolli team. Now, the merger also signals Thesis's continued focus on consolidating the Bitcoin rewards space. Now, Thesis, founded in 2014, is pioneering venture studio dedicated to building. Let's see, where did I just lose out? I was at Thesis, continues to focus, quicker withdrawals, where was I at? I hate when that does that sometimes. So Thesis continues to focus on consolidating the Bitcoin reward space. Thesis, founded in 2014, is pioneering venture studio dedicated to Bitcoin's first solutions that empowers individuals and communities. Now, its portfolio includes Fold, Mezzo, TBTC, Acre, and Tahoe. The acquisition of Slice marks Thesis's second major move in Bitcoin reward sector following Lolli's earlier integration and reflects the company's strategy to unify a previously fragmented market. Now, Matt Lugano, founder and CEO of Thesis, noted that a strategic importance of the acquisition. Together, Slice and Lolli will make it easier than ever for any newly minted Bitcoiners to stack sats. Users already earning on Lolli will now be able to double down on their rewards, potentially simply by just browsing online. Now, Yuango also noted that Thesis is systematically rebuilding Lolli's app and infrastructure, starting with a Layer 2 and sidechain integration, and plans to expand on-chain withdrawal options in the future. Now, from user perspective, this acquisition ensures continuity. Current Lolli users maintain their existing accounts and rewards, while Slice users continue earning Bitcoin through passive browsing. Over time, the combined platform will integrate withdrawals through Mezzo, Thesis's Bitcoin sidechain, and expand merchant partnerships to create a truly global Bitcoin rewards ecosystem. Now, as the Bitcoin rewards sector continues to grow, this acquisition underscores the broader trend and consolidation and products of integration. So this is a beautiful way to just continue earning sats. Because again, if you're brand new to crypto, like you want to take advantage of any way you can to earn just a little extra Bitcoin. Now, never fall for those, hey, send me 1 Bitcoin, I'll get you 2 back, like fake post scams on the internet. These ways are actually legitimate ways to earn extra sats really without doing anything. Like with Fold, you get a prepaid debit card that you load up every time you spend that card. You go to the gas station, swipe your card, go to the grocery store, pay your bills, like you're getting Bitcoin back off of that. So it's kind of like how the normal credit card systems work, where you get cash back for your transactions. This way you're getting Bitcoin back, and that is an asset that's continuously growing. So if you're not using Fold, Lolli, and there's some other ones out there, I recommend just give them a download and just start stacking some sats today. Every little bit counts right now. It's not about a penny saved is a penny earned. It's not about a stack saved is a stack earned and growing. So that is our Bitcoin news. We got go for it. Oh man, I'm just losing my touch. I think I need a quick little break. Let me take a quick commercial break and we will be right back so I can take a sip of my soda. Media assets and...
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Yes, it does. And if you need help with anything, join any one of our crypto clubs. We have them here in Sarasota. There's Nashville. There's Dallas. There's Massachusetts. Even Las Vegas. More on the way too. But these are physical locations you can go to get one-on-one help. And we offer programs to help really benefit you in this space to grow your Bitcoin wealth. And we do classes twice a week. We just shared our classes online. So follow us on social media. Any club you have, we have, again, all the clubs have their own social media program. You can follow us there. But yeah, our classes this week, this tomorrow, we're going to be having a new mining program with Jeremy Dreyer of Go Mining. So this was a most recent partnership we made with the Go Mining company out there. And if you need more information, sign up for the class so we can get some inside information from Jeremy Dreyer. And then on Thursday, we'll be talking about self-custody mastery. And it's a beginner course. So we have beginner courses, the intermediate courses out there, even some hands-on training like with an AMA out there. So definitely join the club if you do need help. Now, let's continue on with the news. I think right now, I just saw this just now from Bitcoin Magazine, but Fidelity Crypto now allows customers to send Bitcoin off of their platform to their own wallet. So very, very nice, because at first, for those of you who are just saving all your money in Fidelity with Bitcoin, I can get Bitcoin there. You were stuck on that platform. You wouldn't able to move it over to your own crypto wallet to take self-custody of it. And that's how Robinhood actually started off too. And I usually try to avoid those platforms until they make the change like this right now. So if you want to continue with Fidelity, go for it, because now you're getting the option to withdraw your Bitcoin into your own wallet. So way to go, Fidelity. So I'm pretty sure a lot of companies will do this soon as well. But let's continue on with the news. Let's talk about how France wants to target crypto wealth with a 1% tax on assets over 2 million. I won't say francs, that doesn't look like euros, but France now taxes large crypto holdings over 2 million at 1% yearly, including unrealized gains in foreign wallets. Let's see how this rolls out for you, France, but I don't think it's going to do well. We've seen this happen before. We've seen how it played out, and nope, you're going to get some hate and people are just going to move away. So let's go through this article to hear about their decision. So France is changing how it taxes wealth by including large cryptocurrency holdings under a new rule targeting what it calls unproductive wealth. A new law passed by the French government that now applies a 1% tax to net assets over 2 million. And this includes digital assets like crypto, even if they haven't been sold. Now, authorities say the move aims to encourage more productive use of wealth and close tax gaps previously used by high net worth individuals. Now, the new tax rule extends to crypto and luxury assets out there. So, the French lawmakers have expanded wealth tax rules to include cryptocurrencies, yachts, luxury cars, and vacant real estate. These are now categorized as unproductive assets if they are not actively used to support the economy. Now, the new rule applies to individuals whose total net worth exceeds 2 million. A 1% annual tax will be charged on assets above that threshold. Lawmakers explain that the previous system only taxed real estate holdings, which they saw as incomplete. Now, this change brings other forms of high-value idle assets under the same tax regulation. So the tax now includes unrealized gains from cryptocurrency, and this means if the value of a person's crypto holdings increase, that increase still counts towards a taxable amount, even if the person has not sold anything yet, which is that is stupid. Now, crypto investors must disclose all their holdings. So under the new law, residents are required to report all cryptocurrency wallets and accounts, including those held overseas. Non-disclosure may result in financial penalties or further legal action. So before this update, cryptocurrency was only taxed when it was sold and profit was realized. Now the law treats crypto as part of a total wealth, similar to physical luxury goods. Now the rule includes digital wallets, decentralized finance platforms, and foreign exchange. Now, French citizens' large crypto holdings are expected to track assets values based on the government's chosen reference date, and investors must provide accurate reports, especially when their holdings approach or exceed the $2 million threshold. Now, lawmakers say this move will boost the economic activity, which I highly doubt that. You're putting more restraints and taxes on people's gains when they didn't sell anything. So it's like, really? So all that's going to do is those people want to take their assets. It's probably in a self-custody crypto wallet. They'll move over to the bordering country. They'll move where crypto is more friendly and not taxed ridiculously like this. So if lawmakers think this is going to boost the economy activity, they are crazy. So we've seen this not work and play out over times in the past. You can literally look at news articles about this. I covered some of those news articles. It doesn't play out. So supporters of the new tax say it is designed to make the system more balanced. The government says the tax will encourage wealthy individuals to put their capital into more active use. Officials argue that idle assets such as crypto, which can grow in value without direct involvement in the economy, should be taxed. They say this aligns the tax code with current trends in wealth storage and ensures everyone pays their share. Now, one government official said, "We are adjusting the tax base to reflect modern forms of wealth." They also expect the tax to generate more revenue, which could support public services by applying the rule to crypto. Lawmakers also hope to prevent the use of digital assets as a loophole to avoid taxes on wealth. Now, concerns from crypto and tech communities out there, critics say the move may push crypto holders to move their assets abroad, like I said. Some argue that calling crypto unproductive ignores its role in funding technology and startups. True. Now, there is concern that is concerns that the rules may discourage innovation, as many blockchain projects rely on early investments and token holdings. If taxes rise on those holdings, investors may move away from French platforms or delay investments. So industry watchers say enforcement could be difficult since digital assets aren't often stored on decentralized platforms or across multiple international wallets. Some critics believe that the wealthy will find new ways to avoid taxes, which could shift the burden onto smaller investors. So, yeah, that's just, if anything, this hurts the smaller investor, because the big guys, they know how to move their wealth around and pay as little tax as possible. And all of us have that same opportunity to do that too. Just the big players are doing that. They just know how to do it. So again, with this rule and everything, it could be with those big wealthy guys just moving away. This rule will fall onto the smaller players and just really stifle innovation. So if anything, this is stifling innovation out there, and they need to make a change fast. Now let's move on to our final article of the evening, which is the defunct crypto exchange Thodex CEO founder is dead in prison. So this man right here actually was, when we covered our class last week on how to spot a crypto scam, I actually used his exchange as an example for that. But he was sentenced to 11,000 years for stealing people's funds. He created this exchange called Thodex, and then he just froze everyone's wallets. So I guess he had a single access point. He was able to freeze everything, and then he fled the country with billions of dollars of money. He was arrested, he was caught, he was sentenced to 11,000 years in prison, and now he is found dead in a prison cell. So let's find out a little bit more about this article to end up all the news. Sorry for a downer, but I'm curious about this because I literally had this guy in a class I was talking about last week. Now, Farouk Fatih Ozer, founder of the now defunct Thodex Exchange, was found dead in his prison cell while serving his sentence in Turkey. According to local media reports, the former exchange CEO was sentenced in 2023 to 11,196 years in jail for various financial crimes. Now, Thodex CEO might have committed suicide, said the Turkish minister. On Saturday, November 1st, Bloomberg reported that Ozers died in his prison cell in the F-type high-security closed prison in western Turkish city of Tekrajog, citing that the Turkish broadcaster, the TRT, and Bloomberg revealed that authorities are investigating the founder's death with a focus on the possibility of a suicide. Now, Justice Minister Yilmaz Tunç said in a statement, an investigation has been opened on this matter and is ongoing. The exact cause of death will be determined as a result of the investigation, but currently the initial findings indicate that it was suicide. Ozer was found hanging in the bathroom of his single-person prison cell, which led to the investigative speculations on the cause of death being suicide. However, Tekirdağ F-type high-security closed prison has been called out in the past by some human rights organizations for its use of solitary confinement and small group isolation. Now, Ozer, who established the cryptocurrency exchange Thodex in 2017, fled to Albania after the abrupt collapse of his firm in 2021. Following his extradition from Albania in 2022, the former crypto CEO, along with two siblings, was found guilty by an Istanbul court for various crimes, including aggravated fraud, money laundering, and running a criminal organization. Now, Ozer revealed in a statement released shortly after the implosion of Thodex that he had thought of surrendering to law enforcement or committed suicide. However, the former exchange boss chose instead to flee Turkey for Albania in order to stay alive and fight for work and repay my debts. In the initial case brought against Ozer, the prosecutor estimated the total losses incurred by investors to be around $24 million after Thodex's collapse. However, the Turkish media put figures as high as $2 billion, while data analytics firm reported a $2.6 billion loss. Now, the crypto total market cap right now is at $3.66 trillion, and as of writing, the cryptocurrency's total market cap stands at around $3.66 trillion, or $3.66 trillion, reflecting a 0.39% jump in the last 24 hours. However, a broader look shows that the market is on a downward trend, falling by nearly 10% in the past month. And again, could we see a turnaround like we just said? We had the shutdowns that took place all past month. We had a delay in ETFs. Again, that is a bullish news because, again, that's capital that can flow into these markets to make it easier to cause the price go. So having the shutdown delay that definitely hindered some more growth in the ecosystem. So again, we could still see that. What else could be going on? Big guys are still playing. Sailor, Grant Cardone, and there's probably hundreds of others going out there. And even companies accepting a strategic reserve, Steak and Shake. Now, every single time you buy a Bitcoin burger, and pay in Bitcoin, that goes straight into their strategic Bitcoin reserve. So people are still accumulating it. And again, when we get price dips like these, people always say this is just how the market works, where weak hands are just moving into stronger, newer hands. It's just how the market plays. So even though we got some long-term players here just taking some profit, selling, we're moving into some newer hands with stronger mentality because they're getting in, they understand Bitcoin's utility. They're going to hold it for if it's a short-term investment, it'll be 4 years. Because when you invest in Bitcoin, it should at least be 4 to 10 years you're holding it, or for life, which is what I'm doing. But that is it for all the news we have for you. Yeah, just sorry for the ending on the downer with this excess exchange exchange scam. This dude who passed away in prison, is it suicide? Is it murder? We don't know yet. But just had I don't know why I rolled out. It was a slow news day. I was like, let's cover this news article. But that is it for the news. Let's take a look at pricing right now. We're at a fear level territory for a fear and greed index at 36. Bitcoin's holding 106,000 right now. Let's hopefully it holds the 105. Hopefully we can get pushed back up to 110. I would love to see that. But again, we just need some more bullish news to come in. We need some more momentum taking place. And again, hopefully the shutdown ends and we can get some more there. XRP is at $2.37, so long as at $1.68. And again, here, Bitcoin's chart, let's take a look at the year chart where we're at. So, and when you look at the past year, we're still good. Again, when we were over 100,000, like, come on, Bitcoin. Like, people, like, remember the days when we were here sitting at 20,000, 26,000. Oh my, but we're still at 106. So I am not scared or freaked out. I follow the news. I see what's going on. I see the adoption take place. So I'm not worried about it. And again, I'm a long-term holder. I know the future this is heading. I want to be a part of something bigger than myself and help change this world a little bit. And that's why I'm doing the show for you. That's why I do education, one-on-one consultations with people. That's why I'm a part of the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club crew. I'm just trying to help change the world any way I can. And this is why people are in Bitcoin. Like, they see the long-term goal with it. So everybody, I hope everybody has an awesome week. It's Monday. It's a fresh new week. If you're worried about prices, just stay out of the market for a little bit. Go outside, touch some grass, enjoy the world, this beautiful world that we have that we get to live in right now. And just don't so freak out about it. Markets will return and we are going to be okay. So everyone have an awesome week, and I will see you tomorrow with some more crypto news. Peace, guys.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.